Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Bushes on the Trail. I'm Al, and this time Christy and I are in southern Ohio, Wayne National Forest, doing a winter hike around Lake Vesuvius, and we're taking on a trail that is called the Rock House to Scarlet Oak Loop, or at least that's what you find it on all trails. It's actually sort of called the Oak Hill Campground Loop in Wayne National Forest, and it's several different small trails hooked together. It's the Rock House Trail, which we'll be taking first, and it takes you to an old rock house, and there's actual waterfall coming off the cliffs of the cave because of some snow melt in the area. Also, we then take the Black Oak Trail, which is a steep uphill climb, and then we connect to the Old Beach Trail, which is an old service road that used to take you to an old beach at the lake. Typically, you then connect to the Scarlet Oak portion of the trail. However, because it's wintertime and there's no overgrowth, we continue along a portion of the Old Beach Trail that you don't normally see because it is so overgrown in the summertime, and we will connect to the Lakeshore Trail and continue back to the parking lot in the first portion of the video. Second portion, we come back with our daughter Lauren, who wants to try out a hammock, and we take her up the same trail. We try out the hammock. You get to see some blooper videos from trying to sit in the hammock, and then we will continue along the Scarlet Oak Trail. We'll show you how to get to that trail and what you can expect along there. And you might even see us try to limbo under a tree that doesn't go as well as planned because we have a 10-pound pack on our back. So it's a pretty interesting video. I hope you stick around. Okay, we're out at Lake Vesuvius at Wayne National Forest in southern Ohio, and it is a winter hike. Finally getting back out on the trail after the holidays, actually right before the new year. Today we're just doing a short trail, one of the trails that Christy and I go out on to really test out equipment, and it is the Rock House. It's referred to sometimes as the Rock House and Scarlet Oak Loop Trail, but it's actually the Rock House, and there's 4 different small trails that connect it. We'll be going through each one: the Black Oak Trail, the Old Beach Trail, and the Scarlet Oak Trail, plus the Rock House Trail. It's part of the Oak Hill Campground Loop here at Lake Vesuvius in southern Ohio. So it's a pretty nice little hike. A lot of elevation changes early, a lot of uphill early, and then a lot of downhill on the backside. It's a pretty easy trail, not bad, and be interesting to see how it looks in the wintertime. We've never been out here with snow on the ground, so should be interesting. And the first portion of this trail is to the Rock House. It is paved, sort of broken pavement with roots, but it is a little bit uphill, and it goes to a wooden boardwalk that goes into this big rock sort of bluff-like thing, overhang. This portion of the trail is about a half of a mile, maybe a little less, 4/10 of a mile or so out to the Rock House, and then we will cut back about 100 yards or so through the wooden boardwalk to take the Black Oak Trail to start the loop. Okay, here we are approaching the rock house. But as you see, before the actual bridge, wooden deck to the rock house, here is the start of a switchback that starts the black oak portion of the loop. But first, we're going to go check out the rock house. See icicles on the actual rocks off in the distance. And here we are at the rock house. See a little waterfall off in the distance we'll get a picture of. This is the rock house. See massive chunks of ice and icicles have been falling off of that and are falling off the ledges. Let's come over here in this muddy mess and check out the waterfall. A little slick, a little muddy. You don't see this all that often except for after a rain or when we had 8 inches of snow. Most of the time this area is fairly dry, so all of this is due to snow melt at the time. And we will be walking up there shortly is the Black Oak Trail. After we get to the end of the bridge, we head up the hill. Okay, rock houses like this one were commonly used in the iron ore region. They're predominantly sandstone, and they've been used for shelters basically since the dawn of time. It was also suggested that employees of the Vesuvius furnace came here to extract coal from those seams in the corners of the rock house. So a little bit of history in this area. And now we're going to head back out. Chrissy's already on her way across the ice-covered and snow-covered bridge. And we're going to take the Black Oak Trail. Okay, here we are, and you see that trail marker. Well, right before the trail marker is a switchback that will take you all the way up. And this starts the Black Oak portion of the trail, which is about, I don't know, a little over between a quarter and a half a mile or so. Very steep, very slick. See, there's Christy making her way up. As Christy makes her way up, we will be going that way. And if you go this way, that is the White Oak Trail. It is about 1/8 of a mile or so and will take you to a campground. But we still have another 1.5 miles or so, a little less, 1.25 miles or so to go on this loop. And yeah, going up that hill is a little tough. You can hear me breathing heavy. A little rusty on the hiking legs. And as you can see down there is the rock house. So we're passing above it along that ridge I showed you earlier. And here we go. A little on the muddy side today. Here's another view of the rock house and the waterfall from above. A lot of snow melt real early. It is 40 degrees. Actually quite nice out here. Certain places the snow may still be, we've stepped in, it's well over our shoes, but overall the path is a little muddy, a little slick going uphill, but not too bad. Trekking poles have been a great help. Okay, now we're about 8 miles in, or 0.8 miles in to the hike, and the Black Oak portion gets to be really steep. And for people who haven't hiked in well over a month, oh boy, yeah, hard on the lungs, that's for dang sure. Whew. But pretty decent view up here, especially without any trees and leaves in the way. Okay, there's a bench about halfway up. Said if you need it. We're going up to that ridge line before we head back down. Okay, now we're about a mile in. This tree's been down since the summer, probably longer. But look over in the distance, there's that campground on top of the ridge where the White Oak Trail would have taken you to. Man, this is tough. All right, now we are at the end of the Black Oak Trail. And we're gonna catch the old beach trail, which is straight ahead by these blue dumpsters. Now, if you're looking at all trails, you might think it tells you to follow that road. That road goes to the campground. You wanna go to the left of the blue dumpsters, down the road that says closed. And this is about 6/10 to 3/4 of a mile before you have to veer right onto the Scarlet Oak Loop trail. Now, when you're up here in the summer and spring, you can't see this, but we are right above Lake Vesuvius. Look down through the trees. See the lake, and we'll see it really well right here. Christy just pointed out. Looks like a little bit of ice on the lake. This is the old beach trail. As you'll see, it's a service road now. It was just an old road to the beach, to the old beach. Okay, now here is where we come up to the end of the beach trail, the old beach trail. To the right is the Scarlet Oak portion of the trail, which takes us back down to the lake and to the car. But first, we're going to go this way. And there's something else I want to show you. It's an old rock house and stairs and another camp area. You go left at that fork. Okay, right back here, you'll see a little camping area. You can go on around. And there's some little spots back there. I've seen people set up camp. But right here, before that, are some stairs to go down to an old rock house. Now the stairs will continue down to an old trail that's sort of overgrown now, and you can't get to, but would take you down, used to take you down to the lake. here is another little campsite with fire ring right underneath a rock house. See icicles everywhere. And here's the inside of that rock house. I'm glad that stick's holding this rock up too, because if it wasn't for that, we'd be in trouble. The fire pit. Okay, before we continue the loop, we are going to go down these steps and see how far this old trail goes before we head back to take the loop. So right now we're going down a lot of steps. Apologize for looking down a lot of leaf covered and snow covered steps. So interesting. We'll see what happens. Explore just a little bit before we continue on the loop we're familiar with. It looks like the actual old stairs would go down that way. So you can see stairs here, but it's grown over. Here, where it would go. As you see, the stairs continue down this way. That's overgrown with trees going down. But we'll go down and see how far it goes. Right now the steps are torn up, so I'm gonna turn off the video to get down there. And here the steps continue. We'll try to duck under this tree and go out and look at the lake. And off in the distance, we heard what sounded like probably a beaver jumping into the lake. Big splash. Nobody's been here in a long time. Here comes Christy through all that debris and muck. And if we continue down this path, we would end up on the lakeshore path. We'll see which way we want to go. We don't get to go this way very often because it's overgrown in the summertime, so. Slick, very slick and muddy. I just about bit it. All right. We've almost made it back down to the lake. And instead of taking the Scarlet Oak portion back, which is about a half of a mile, we decided to take a longer route and the old beach trail and continue on down to the lakeshore. And there's where we just came. Definitely not something you can do in the spring or summer. It would be way too overgrown. But the late fall and winter hike actually wasn't too bad. There's the new beach down there. And we have to hike around the lake back to the car now. Okay, instead of trekking back up that muddy mess to finish off the Scarlet Oak portion of the trail on the Oak Hill Campground Loop, we're just going to continue on the lakeshore. We'll give you some pictures of that instead. And this is a trail Christy and I'll probably do again in the spring. Definitely the Scarlet Oak Loop. We'll do the entire loop and show you how to get over through the Scarlet Oak Trail later. But this is the Lakeshore Trail. So, and we will be most likely doing this one too come springtime. Is about a 9 or 10 mile loop around Lake Vesuvius. So that's to come later on. And as we're hiking along, it's like beavers have been trying to build a few dams. One nice thing about winter hiking, well, two nice things. Not brutally hot, that's for damn sure. There's some more beaver activity. You can see the trees. And here. But anyway, I mean, there's nobody out here. It is silent, peaceful. And here we are. Now, you see the sign to the left is the boat dock. To the right, the red marker is the Scarlet Oak Trail towards the campground, which goes up that way. And we'll come back through there some other time. Lakeshore Trail is what we were just on towards the boat dock. And then there's the Vesuvius backpacking trail as well, which is about roughly 18 miles or so back into Wayne National Forest. And as you can see right now, there's hardly anybody, just one other car other than ours here in the parking lot. There might be another one past ours. So yeah, total of 3 cars. And word of warning, if you come here, or break that, 4 cars, one on the other side of ours as well. And if you come here in the summertime, this place is absolutely packed. So if you're coming in the summer to do any of these hiking trails, we would suggest you come early, because if you wait till afternoon, you will have to probably park up along the roadside somewhere or in the grass past the parking lot. A lot of people do use the boat dock in the summer for kayaking and fishing, things like that. here they are setting up Lauren's hammock. And then we'll leave her here. We'll go hiking and come back after her.
You want your hiking stick so you can go like that? No, you got it. Ready?
Uh-huh.
I am super scared. I know. I was like, oh, come on, just do it. Mom, it's 400-pound capacity.
I'm glad I got that on video.
Oh my gosh, this is so scary. It's good though. Who sings it? Oh, this is separate. Oh. It just keeps coming. I am so easy to
That one wasn't compressed, probably so old.
This one's dried up and ooh, hot, like a can of biscuits.
So to the left takes us to the old rock house, and down to the old beach here is the Scarlet Oak Loop portion. Now we were here, what, 6 days ago? And now we're back out just to show you this portion. Lauren decided to come out with us to try out a hammock, and we're taking on this muddy trail today. Okay, I don't know if you noticed on the actual beach trail, they have blue blazes, and the Scarlet Oak portion has a red blaze. Now there are a couple of small spur trails that come off of it, but follow the red blaze, you should be fine. A little bit of trail maintenance in need here. Duck under and go. You want to do it again?
No, it's okay. You should have took a video of her doing the
limbo.
Don't poke my eye. Don't poke.
And the lakeshore off in the distance, still a little ways to go. We are now approaching the boat dock area. So less than a quarter mile back to the parking lot. Again, it's all downhill for the most part from once you hit the beach trail. And if you're doing the beach trail to the Scarlet Oak Loop, it's pretty much all downhill. Nice on a wet, muddy day to have hiking, trekking poles, but we don't slip and fall. But other than that, I mean, this portion of the trail is really simple. And here we come up on the actual trail where it meets the Lakeshore Trail. Now, early in the video, you saw us come to this point. When we took the old beach trail, we came that way. So now we are back at the boat dock area. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you don't mind, please give us that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps people find us on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook at Bushes on the Trail, or on Instagram at Bushes on the Trail. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button below. That way you don't miss any other episodes right here at Bushes on the Trail.